Namaste. I'm in my late 20s, sitting down in my New Jersey apartment office complex, and I'm charging my phone and I'm looking at Match.com. I can still remember this vividly. After I just went through a breakup, I'm like, look, there's nothing else that's going to make me feel better. Not even smoking cigarettes, not drinking, not weed, not blaming, not gambling, not talking bad, not trying to deal with everything, but just fixing it once and for all by getting together with somebody else. It is a failure if you never tried. It's not a failure, it just took you more times. If you give up, you'll waste your whole life. Well, it's too hard, I'll quit quickly. I'd rather do something that's easily. I can't take feedback. What if someone sees me? What if someone teases me repeatedly? What if someone hates me feverishly? I do not believe in my own capabilities. What is this? This is a writing technique. Rappers have unfair advantages. We write a lot. Through this writing, I realized that dealing with my emotions led to problems. If I had just written it down and said, look, it's a failure if you never tried, believe in yourself, then what would happen is that I could take the next best step. Now, is this easy? I mean, is it hard to have life suck after a breakup? To spiral out of control, to hope that they're going to message you, to find somebody else, to go on another date, to spend money on a credit card because I didn't have money at that time to actually really go on a date? What was my intention? What was my purpose behind the dating? It was mindless. Did I even know what I was doing? I was just trying to control my mind. I was just trying to fix everything. I was sitting there on my phone, scrolling, still can remember that day. And I'm like, the only thing that will make me feel better is either getting back together with her or getting with somebody else. Imagine the level of disservice that I would have, not only towards myself, but somebody else. And writing like that is how I developed Mind Hygiene. This was about 15 years ago. Just recently, I got ghosted and went through a breakup. I still can remember looking at my phone all day long, texting, waiting, just checking my phone all the time. All day long though. I mean, it was so incessant and I was doing it all day long to a point where I was just like, okay, look, let's just chill for a second. Let's just write something down. Let's just try to aces our life with Mind Hygiene, which is accept your awareness, communicate your compassion, embrace your empathy, and soften the process. Don't try to fix it. Don't make it seem like it's hard. Don't make it seem like it's difficult. You've done it before, you can do it again. And what I did was I just wrote down that I accepted it. I communicated with compassion by taking an action step. I embraced it empathetically, and I softened the process. I didn't make it seem like it was difficult. Judy is stuck, Jason was stuck, hey, whoa. Probably some use and abuse, the mind is not healed and the heart is confused. Jason was stuck, sober up. Jason was stuck, going to cup. Jason was stuck, Jason was stuck, up in the cusp, up in handcuffs. Reasons why Jason did what he did with self-hatred. He could not live. No one showed Jason love as a kid. He people please, bought others drip. Show they would show him love and not diss. He's found solace in sobriety. Now he exists. Imagine that. I wrote that maybe about 4 years ago. I was a few years sober after that. I've been sober for about 7 years from alcohol, drugs, cocaine, gambling debt. And as I was thinking about what I had written, I am like, look, let me not spiral out of control right now. Let me just accept it and look at where I am. I'm at a point where I am comfortable with myself. I believe in myself and my limitations. I love myself, what I don't like about myself enough to be able to speak about it on stages and inspire others. Let me hold myself a little accountable right now and let me not text her back. Let's try that for 1 second and I'll write it down. And now I can say that's confidently me instead of Jason was stuck. I wrote a song about me, but it was actually Jason that was stuck. And Judy was a girl that I know from high school, and she was stuck and we were stuck together drinking and drugging. But imagine that level of vulnerability that I had with the rap song, with writing raps. There's so much vulnerability that comes in that. And that's where these writing techniques are going to allow you to be better, feel better about yourself. 42% of the time, studies show that your goals will be achieved by you writing them down. And when you write them down over and over again, you'll see the benefit in it. There are 2 acceptance and commitment therapy studies that I'm going to reference right now. From Tweg et al., 2006, Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology, show that acceptance and commitment therapy can reduce your anxiety, depression, and experiential avoidance by increasing psychological flexibility. Let's break this down. And how does this apply to mind hygiene, which is supported by medical evidence? Acceptance. Okay, I accept that she's not texting me back right now. That's it. I'm going to commit to my core values. I'm not going to devalue my core values. Sure, I am anxious. Thank you, anxiety. I'm going to do something about it now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce it by writing. Maybe I'll reduce it a little bit more by working out today, even though I don't want to. Maybe I'll eat better even though I don't want to, and accept and commit to myself because I live alone. Nobody's there. No mom, no dad. Putani? Pa, putu, pa. Pama, ilpa putu. No mom, no dad, no brother, no friends, no family. I live alone by myself. I have my Persian cat Ajay and my Havanese Yorkie, Suwarna. And I have my writing. And that's where I will say that that's a significant reduction in anxiety by saying that right there. I'm anxious because she won't text me back, and this is what I'm going to do. And I understand I'm alone. It's not hard because I've done it before. Aces your life with mind hygiene. This study supports the relevance of you healing by accepting and not fixing your thoughts. Karakla and Pana U02, 2011, Journal of Contextual Behavioral Science, show that acceptance and commitment therapy participants demonstrated greater tolerance of emotional discomfort and lower avoidance compared to placebo. The relevance here is that it validates your writing method of do not fix it and the theme with real science. What does that mean? Is that it demonstrates greater tolerance of emotional discomfort. Well, let's break this down a little bit. And how does it apply to the rap songs that I rapped? Well, I'm not going to tolerate myself. I'm going to say it is a failure if you never tried. It's not a failure. It took you more times. If you give up, you'll waste your whole life. Well, it's too hard. I'll quit quickly. No, let me not tolerate that. Let me just understand that this is the way I'm feeling. And fine, if you want to call it discomfort, you can call it that. I would call it emotional investment. I'm investing in myself, so I don't need to see a therapist, a doctor, take a medication, and feel better about myself by depending on somebody else. I am a medical doctor. I'm a board certified practicing family doctor, but I'm not coming to you as a doctor right now. I'm not giving you advice. I'm not telling you this is going to be better for you. I'm saying this is what worked for me, and me inspiring others is helping me stay sober from alcohol, drugs, gambling debt, Match.com, Hinge, while I got ghosted and going through a breakup right now. I'm able to live within my core values, within my spiritual limits, within my mindful limits. My physical health is still intact. I'm not 60 pounds overweight like I was in my late 20s. I'm not 20 pounds underweight while I was doing drugs in my late 30s. I'm in the best shape of my life. And it's not like I'm not going to allow somebody else to come and disturb that. I need to hold myself to my values. And that's what these videos are about. It's not about you being in another relationship. It's about you understanding what you did and forgiving yourself. When I was in my late 20s, I wish I would have had a concept like mind hygiene, and you can find a link in the description below to a mind hygiene guide that you can follow along. If you see value in this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll be dropping videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also comment, let us know what you're thinking, and if you feel something else could change or you feel something works for you. Remember, this is a community that I'm trying to develop around people that live alone. What are you doing? And help us help others at the same time. With this said, what I would ask you to do is to write down what you're thinking during this time. When I was in my late 20s and I was going through that breakup, I was not a good individual. I was condescending. I was mean. I would put people down because I did that to myself. I wish that I had understood that and I had taken the time to be single, to forgive myself for the things that I've done, in turn, empathize with others easier. I wish I didn't talk to anybody, blame anybody, and try to go back online right away. Instead, I'm so glad now and I'm so proud of myself after this recent one, and I tried to understand what I did, and I don't think both of us did anything wrong. There was no definition of the relationship. We were talking for a little while, but we didn't call each other girlfriend, boyfriend. With that said, I could have set that boundary, right, with myself, not her. We're not talking about her. We don't worry about anybody else in the concept of mind hygiene. I've been single for 10 years, lived alone most of my life. I was single for 7 years on purpose because I hated myself. I needed to take a journey from self-hate to self-love, which took me 5 years. And that's what these videos are about, is what can you do if you live alone, don't believe in yourself, and have mental illness? With that said, how to cope with a breakup, but wait, don't cope with it. Here's the evidence will be in the next video where I'm going to tell stories and wrap. Namaste.